Every week we bring you stories of athletes who inspire us.
Our sports reporter Parker Ream shows us the story of how a simple message inspired an entire basketball community.
It's a world that revolves around basketball. Both Hayden Moreno and his younger brother Connor play on the varsity Lodi basketball team, with the youngest Moreno member possibly next in line.
He grew up in a basketball court, literally, took his first steps in a basketball court, watching his older brothers at practice, and it's just become such an important part.
But much like the superheroes he idolizes, AJ carved his own path.
Truly, he's the one that leads by example, his perseverance, his strength. So we watch him, and we all go as he goes.
Because not everyone is meant to make a difference, but for AJ, the choice to lead an ordinary life was no longer an option.
Just right then and there, I kind of broke down.
Life really just pivoted for us at that moment.
On October 29th, 2021, AJ was transported to the emergency room.
When they came out, they said, why don't one of you wait in the waiting room with AJ and we'll take you back one at a time. And that was really kind of a moment when I'm like, something is really off.
That intuition sadly proved to be true when the Morenos learned that the doctors found a cancerous tumor known as Wilms tumor on AJ's kidney.
And you hear that C word, and I couldn't catch my breath.
Yeah, a bit of a fire drill. It hits you quick. You really don't have time to kind of process things and wrap your mind around it. So I think a lot of us try to sympathize with those who have dealt with cancer, lived with cancer. In the mountain that those people faced, I never appreciated enough. Every emotion of you wants to come out and smash. I think of the Hulk.
But that's not what superheroes do, because you hope for the best and make do with what you get.
Good job. On Friday, 2 days after surgery, he said he couldn't get out of bed yet. And he said, what do I need to do to get home? Tell me what I have to do. And so we made a list for him, and he said, can I do that all today?
Show this to your brothers. You're walking around.
The thought of seeing his brothers again helped AJ through the pain.
They're just like home, the best medicine for AJ.
Practicing on his Nerf hoop to be ready to play with his brothers at home. After returning home, the Morenos signaled for help. For the Lodi community, it served as a symbol of hope. But for the Moreno family, this simple message holds super significance.
It means that's like a superhero name.
It means that AJ's going all the way. We're not stopping short of anything. We're not in this for just a little bit. We're going all the way to the finish line. Like, AJ's going to beat this. AJ's going to go all the way.
That Kryptonian or Lodinian symbol of hope spread throughout the community.
That took off like wildfire. And again, the community just...
It's hard to put into words because of how amazing the community is, how they've stepped up. It just shows how much AJ impacts their lives.
Because it's not who AJ is underneath the shirt, it's what he does that defines him. And he's done a lot. AJ All the Way has raised money and even partnered with Lodi Basketball during their Go for the Goal night to raise money toward pediatric cancer research.
It makes it a lot easier on the whole situation because I got my brothers. I know my brothers have my back, and I say brothers as in the kids on my team. I find all of them as brothers to me.
To know that AJ is just part of something good like that, out of something that was so terrible, it just gives us a lot of hope.
Sounds like a superhero to me. What do you think makes a superhero a superhero?
You have to go through all of your chemo and stuff.
Whether it's going through chemo, shooting some hoops, or watching a community unite through basketball, it's clear that AJ has a great power to inspire.
He's supposed to be learning from me. I've learned just so many different things from him.
Because with great power comes great responsibility.
I have to do a lot of things before I get my superpower.
That, I'm sure, is well on AJ's way. Reporting in Lodi, Parker Ream, 49ers Sac-hi Sports.
AJ has 5 more rounds of chemo and another scan that hopefully will say he is cancer-free, but we know the Lodi community has got his back no matter what.
Yeah, and his great family support.